welcome back to Politics Watch. This is Sir P. Now, we're hearing extremely disturbing news that Jamaican forces did a search in St. Catherine South and they found over 100 rounds of ammunition. Now, you might be thinking that's the worst part of the story, but in my opinion there was another discovery that is even more shocking than the 100 rounds, and that is they found military uniform and a smoke grenade. Now you might be thinking, but surely 100 rounds is worse than one smoke grenade. And in my opinion, it's not. That's because rounds easy to find. Any 87 octane in Jamaica can get them hands on some rounds, right? I mean, a matter of fact, you have some places where man make them one a shot, right? I know West Kingston man them, they could make their own ammunition over there. They weren't very effective, right? They were not as accurate as rounds that came from big manufacturers. But 87 octanes don't care about accuracy, right? Now, the reason why the smoke grenade is such a dangerous thought to me, and the idea of 87 octanes having access to smoke grenades or any form of grenades is enough to keep me up in my bed at night, is because I remember when I was in the military and we used smoke grenades. You come to find out that a smoke grenade in the hand of somebody that knows how and when to use it is an extremely devastating weapon. Not because the smoke itself, because the smoke isn't toxic or anything like that, right? But it is what the smoke allows you to do, right? So any of my subscribers or viewers who have any military experience, or even someone who is just knowledgeable on these topics, maybe you've been to the range or even watch a lot of movies, you can see and you would know that having a smoke grenade in a firefight gives you a major advantage, especially if the person on the other side doesn't have one, right? I'm not going to go into details and start telling 87 octanes how to use a smoke grenade, right? But let me tell you this: if the Jamaica Constabulary Force or even the JDF started carrying out operations against men who have them own a smoke grenade and know how to deploy them and how to maneuver with them, let me tell you something, down a Dove category full of JDF and police, right? The last thing you want is 87 octanes with smoke grenade or any kind of grenade. This is a recipe for disaster. Now, another way smoke grenades are normally used, right, is to mark your location. So for example, when the chopper used to come, if the chopper is coming to pick you up, then you throw your smoke grenade, and the smoke grenade can be multiple colors. It can be green, can be red, can be yellow, right? You throw your smoke grenade, you mark the location, and then the pilot would know this is where he needs to come pick you up, right? But you can also use a smoke grenade to mark your target, right? So somebody can, for example, stand up at a location, throw a smoke grenade, and then the shooters will know, okay, that's where we shoot, right? So again, this device in itself is not lethal like a traditional grenade, right? But what it can do in the hands of someone who knows how to use it, right, makes it an extremely devastating weapon to have on the battlefield. And the question we're gonna ask now is, how are they getting access to smoke grenades, right? A real smoke grenade, because them sell some little toy ones that just puff a smoke, and you see people use them in a protest in London and these places. But a real smoke grenade a military grade smoke grenade, can walk in a shop and buy that. Right? As a matter of fact, I'd go as far as to say it's easier to source a gun than it is to source a real military grade smoke grenade. Right? So now, the fact that it was found with military uniform, what does that tell you, people? It tells you that there's a high high likelihood that there are people inside Jamaica's military who are supplying these 87 octanes with these kind of devices. They're finding body armor, uniform, and smoke grenade. So unless they've been reported as stolen, we're just going to have to assume them and sell it to them or give it to them. And furthermore, if they were stolen, where did they get stolen from? Because it certainly can be Upper Camp. And 87 octane can't go Upper Camp go thief nothing. Them can't go Newcastle go thief nothing. Right? So we need to start with some kind of audit on these things, because JDF have smoke grenade, you know. JDF have smoke grenade, mortars, everything. So once we see these things start getting into the hands of criminals, that's the first place we have to start look. I'm not 100% sure if police have them as well. If somebody in the comment section who is knowledgeable about the police force, let me know if police have access to smoke grenades. Right? But these men are clearly getting it from somebody inside the force, either military or police. As I said, getting guns is easy. That's the easy part. Getting ammunition is easy. But when you start hear about smoke grenades, you start hear about a certain caliber of body armor, because the body armor that is sold to civilians is completely different from the ones that are being sold to the military. Military body armor are designed to stop much more powerful rounds. So once you see them in the hands of criminals, again, we have to start look and ask, how? Are there audits on these devices? Because surely it can't be a case where man can just come back and say, yo, you know, say me lost my smoke grenade. That's not how the army works. Right? So there needs to be audit on what is going on and find out where these things are coming from, because even though it's just one, if you find one, that means there's probably 10, 50, 100 out there, because you only found one. So for me, this is very disturbing, people. I don't like to hear these things because, as I said, now I'm wondering what else they have in their arsenal. Right? What next? Are they going to have loom? A loom grenade or a loom mortar round is similar to a grenade, but instead of exploding and blowing up like in the movies, it gives off a huge burst of light. Right? And what a loom allows you to do is it allows you to light up an entire location. Right? So let's say you're traveling in the dark, right? And your enemy is a couple 100 meters in front of you, right? And you want to light them up so you can see them, but them can't see you. Then you'd fire a loom towards them. It will explode over their head. The whole place will go bright, and now you can see them and you can just start engage them. But the bright light would basically hurt their vision, because all of a sudden you go from dark to light. So now them can't see very well, them light up, and then you can just get rid of them easy. Right? So are we going to start here say 87 octanes have loom? Because them have smoke grenade, and if you can get smoke grenade, then you can get loom, because they're not far off each other. And all they need are links, because clearly Once you have links, you can get anything in Jamaica, because I never know 87 octanes have smoke grenade. As a matter of fact, I haven't seen a smoke grenade since I left the army. One smoke grenade to me is harder to get than even the most expensive rifle. Not because it's unique or special, but just because how tightly regulated it is. As I said, if you have a links to America or Haiti, you can get guns and all kind of things. But smoke grenade, loom, certain caliber body armor, you need special contracts, and you need some serious links. Somebody inside that will really help you if you get access to that. And now we realize the 87 octanes have them. So anything can go on now. What next? IEDs? Is that what we're going to start finding in Jamaica? IEDs? Seems like the sky is the limit for 87 octanes. They're getting better and better. 90 octanes are getting better and better. And our security forces are regressing. They're going backwards. I don't know, it doesn't look good, people. But I'm going to listen now to see if there's any follow-up on this. Because there should be a big hoopla about this, I know people are looking at it, oh, just one smoke grenade. But there should be a big hoopla about it. There should be a big investigation about this. Where is it coming from? Because if you can get access to a smoke grenade, you can get access to a normal grenade, and you can get access to loom, and then who knows what other tools and devices these criminals have in their hand. If I was a policeman patrolling the street right now, I'd be 5 times more cautious, because if a criminal have a smoke grenade in his possession and him decides say him want to take out the police, you best believe say somebody a go down and madden, go lie down on the ice. Then you're now at the mercy of their shooting ability, which so far we've seen that 87 octanes can shoot. But that can improve and can get better. These are dangerous times, people. Very dangerous times. But anyway, Patreon squad, big up on yourself. People, this is Politics Watch. Please hit the like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Bless up.